Hello everyone, so let's do one basic lab in the packet tracer. So today we are going to learn how we can configure the OSPF in the packet tracer. Already we learned in our previous class what is OSPF, all the basic stuff. So now we are going to do one lab for the OSPF. So what I will do, I will take this router 2811. Let me take 3 router. Okay, so we will take some small scenario. In that one we are going to do the lab. So if you see, I have 3 router. Now I am going to connect this router. So what I will do, I will take this cable, I will connect from here to here, then from here to here. Okay, after that from here to here. What I will do after that, let me take the switch also. So I will take some switches. This switch we can take. Okay, so I will take this switch here, one. I will take one more switch here, and okay, so let me connect these two cable. Okay, so what I will do, I will take the automatic cable, I will connect from here to here. It will give you the cable cannot be connect to that port because this router is having only limited port. So what we will do, we will increase the port here. How we can increase, let me show you. Let me add the port here. So go inside the router and then power off the router and take the port from here. So if you see here, I can take this one, or let me take this one. This is a fast Ethernet. When you click this one, you have the image here and you have the description about this port. So this one I can drag and drop here and power on the router. Same thing we need to do for all router. So let's do power off, select this or this one. This is a 2 fast Ethernet, drag and drop here, power on. Do same thing for the other router also. So what I will do here also, let me power off this router, take this and drag and drop, power on. Okay, this is the same steps we will do. After that, let's connect this one. So I will connect this from here to here. I will connect from this from here to here, and we can take some PC here, some PC here. Let me move little up this. Okay, and this here we will have one machine, and let me connect this here, and here this one. Okay, this way. Now we can define the IP schema. Whatever IP schema you want, you can give, but we will take the 192. As we do before, we will use the same IP schema. Okay, so what I will do here, I will write down here. For this interface, I will use 192.168.1.1, and for this interface, we will use 192.168.2.1. Okay, so this will be the gateway for this machine. This will be the gateway for this machine. So this will be the IP. If you see this interface, fast Ethernet 1/0 will have this IP. So we are going to assign that one. Okay. And if you want to change the router name here, label, you can put here R1, R2, and here this will be R3. R3, or okay, let me rename this one as R2, then that will be R3. I will take this as a R2, and here this will be R3. Okay. Now what we will do, we will write the IP schema. So I will take from here, in between this one, or let me write here, we will use here 192.168.12.0/24, and in between here we will use 192.168.23.0/24, and in between these two we will use 192.168. This one is 1 and this one is 3, so 13.0/24. Okay, so this is the IP schema. We are going to use this one. Now let's do the configuration. Configuration is very simple. If you want, we can do in the notepad. So I will do in the notepad, I will write here OSPF Lab. Okay, and then R1 configuration. I am going slowly because some guys told better to go slowly because some guys are new also. Okay, so let's do. First we will write enable, then we will go in the configuration mode, then we will change the name of the router. I will give this name of the router as R1, then I will assign the IP address to the interface. So if you see what are the interface, if you see this is the interface, we need to check which interface is connected to where. So I can see this fast Ethernet 0x0 is connected to this interface, okay, F0x0. So IP should be for that one. I will write here fast Ethernet 0x0. IP address, what is IP? 192.168.13.1. Give space 255.255.255.0 and we will write no shut. Okay, this is a subnet mask, this is the IP address class C, and this is a class C subnet mask. Just we assign the IP to this interface. I will copy and then again I will paste because this router is having three interface, F0x0, F0x1. So I will make this as a F0x1. And here what IP we are using? Here we are going to use 12.1. So I will write here 12.1, this one. Okay, and then we have one more interface. What is the interface? That one we have here F1/0. This one I am saying F1/0. So here F1/0, and here we will have the IP as 192.168.1.1. Okay, this way. So this way I assign the IP address to this interface of the router. This is a just basic configuration. I assign the IP to the interface. That's all. Now we need to do the OSPF configuration. So how we will do? I am going to use the router ID I can assign or automatically they can take, but I am using interface method. I am going to configure the OSPF by using interface method. So I will write router OSPF 1. This is a process ID. You can take anything. I am using 1. Okay, router OSPF 1. Then you need to go under that interface. Example, I want to enable the OSPF under this interface. So I will go under that interface. After that, I will write IP OSPF 1 area 0. Okay, and then I have another interface, that is interface fast Ethernet 0x1. This one. So I need to write the same command under that interface. Then I have another interface, this one. So I will go here. I will go under that interface and I will write the same command. So this way we will configure the OSPF. This is the R1 configuration. Now we can do for R2 configuration. But before going to that one, I will copy this. We will paste inside the R1. So let's take the R1 CLI of the router. I will go here. I will write here no. And then we are going to paste the configuration here. If you see, all the configuration is good, no issue, no error, nothing. Everything is good here. Now what I will do, I will write the configuration for R2 also. So here I will go and I will paste the R1 configuration here, and we are going to modify as per our requirement. I will change this as a 2, this as a 2, and this is the router 2. So I have 0x0, 0x1. I don't have this interface, so I will remove this. And 0x0 is having 12.2, so I will make this as a 12.2. Okay, and 0x1, this one is having 23.2, so I will make this is a 23.2. I am using the here all IPv.1. Here all IP with the what the .2 I use. Okay, see here, let me show you again. This interface, that is 13.1 we use. This is 12.1. This is 1.1 for R1. Now for R2, what we have two interface, F0x0, F0x1. So for F0x0 I use 12.2 here, this side, and 12.1 is this side. So this IP is good. And for 23 I am using the router number, so I will write 23.2 here. Okay, and then we need to enable the OSPF under this two interface. So I have only these two, F0 by 0, F0 by 1. So this is also good. This is only the R2 configuration. I will copy this and then I will go to the CLI of the R2. This is a R1, so let me go to the R2 and I will paste in the R2 here. Let me go here, I will write here no, and then we are going to paste this configuration here. And you need to check we are getting any error, anything, nothing. Everything is working perfectly, so no error. Now we need to write the configuration for R3. So what I will do, I will copy this R1 configuration whole. I will paste here. Let me divide the notepad. I will divide the notepad and I will paste here, and we are going to modify as per our requirement. So here I am going to change the name as R3. And then if you see this interface fast Ethernet 0 by 0, and this is a 13.3. Okay, as per router number we are giving the IP, so this should be 13.3. You have interface F0 by 1. This should be 23.3. Okay, this one I am saying 0 by 1. This side what we have, this is the IP we have in between these two interface. So this one is finished. You have F1 by 0. This should be 2.1. Okay, this one, the one which we plan. That's all. After that we need to enable the OSPF under this interface, under this interface, under this interface. So we use router OSPF 1. This is the process ID. Go under that interface and write IP OSPF process ID. Whatever process ID we use here, same thing we need to use here. We use there 1. I am using 1 here. Okay. Same thing here. Go under that interface. Go under that interface and do the same command and use the same process ID whatever we are using. Okay. So 3 interface we done for 3 interface. So let me copy this whole thing and we are going to paste this inside the R3. Okay. So let's go to the R3 and I will write here no. And then we are going to paste this configuration and we need to check everything is good, or yeah, everything is good. And if you want to save the configuration, you can write WR to save the configuration. If you want to save in all 3 router, go here and write WR to save the configuration. I will go here also, I will save the configuration, I will write WR. Now we can check the routing table. Before that one, we can assign the IP to this machine. Let me put label here. What IP we are going to use? We are going to use 1.2, and let me assign this IP to the machine. This is a desktop and I am going to assign here the gateway will be 1.1 router interface IP. Here we will assign, here IP we will give as a 2.2, here 2.1, here should be 2.2. Whatever gateway range, we need to give the IP from that gateway range only. Gateway is nothing but our router interface. So what is the IP for our router interface? That is our gateway. So this is our machine 2.2. Gateway for this machine is 192.168.2.1, the one which we have here. Okay. So now you can test, it will work. I can ping from this machine to that machine. Okay. I can ping from here to here. So let me write, I will do ping 192.168.2.2. Let's see it will work or not. First packet drop, second, after that you have request timeout. First packet we have request timeout, but remaining reply is coming. First packet is dropped because of ARP. ARP packet go and bring the MAC address. Okay, I hope you know that one already. So it is working perfectly. Now we can go inside the router and we can check the routing table and we can check the other tables. OSPF is having 3 tables. So first one we will check the routing table. So if you see, this is a routing table. In that one, if you see, this O stands for OSPF. So wherever you have O, that route you are learning from the OSPF. If you see this route, you learn from the OSPF. If anyone want to go to this network, that is 192.168.2.0 network, they can go via this one. If you see, this is a living interface and this is a next hop, and this much time the route come up. If anyone want to go to this network, they can go, this is a next hop and this is a living interface or exit interface, and this is a time, from this much time this route come up. And if you see here, you have here one more thing. Let me write this way. I will write show IP route OSPF. So we will get only OSPF entry here. So if you want to go to this 2.0 network, you have only one path. But if you want to go to this network, you have two paths. You can go via 12.2 or 13.3, this one. If you want to go to this 23.0 network, here you can go from above or you can go from the below. Okay, so you have the routing table. We can check routing table, show IP route. This is the routing table. If you want to check the show neighbor table, you can write show IP OSPF neighbor and press enter. You will get the neighbor information. This is the router ID. Neighbor ID is nothing but router ID. So this is the router ID of your neighbor, and this is a priority. By default you have priority 1 in the OSPF, and the state is full. We have 7 state in the OSPF, but now the state is full. They are in the full, and if you see, both are DR. Okay, these both guys are DR, because if you see where we are standing here, and you have the neighbor, where you have the neighbor, you have the neighbor 23.3, where 23.3, this one, okay, this one is 23.3. so this one is a DR, and you have another neighbor, or you see this one, okay, 13.3 is a IP of the router. So what is the IP of the interface is 13.3. so where is the 13.3? This router. So this router is a DR. And also if you want to check the another router, that is 12.2, so this router. So if you see this side, we can say this router is a DR, and here is also DR. And also if you want to check other table, you can check, you can write show IP OSPF database. If you want to check the database table, here you will have the complete picture of the topology. What you will have the router, which routing protocol is running, and what is the router ID, what is the process ID, and you have the router LSA. This is a router LSA, this is a network LSA, and if you see, this is a link ID, and the router advertised router IP, this one, and this is a sequence number, this is checksum, how many links they are advertising, this all are available here. And if you see here, you have here same thing, link ID, and here we can say advertise router, whatever router is advertising that router IP, and this is a router ID, and this is a H time, this is a sequence number, this is a checksum value. Okay, so this is a, what we can say, this is a topology database table, and some guys are saying topology table also. So up to you, but this one is having complete database inside the OSPF. Whatever the complete picture of the network we will get with this command, show IP OSPF database. Okay, so I hope this is clear for you. In case if you have any doubts, write in the chat box. Okay, thank you.